In my quest to document all of the Monkey Tools features, I think it's important to make sure that I don't forget about the connection monkeys, even though, honestly, most of the time you probably wouldn't even know that these guys are here. And the reason for that is because when you go and do something like, say, click on the Query Sleuth, we automatically go and invoke the Active Workbook connection monkey, and it connects to the Active Workbook, analyzes the data model before it goes and loads the Query Sleuth. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this manually. I'm going to click on Active Workbook, and you notice it pops up with a message to tell me the data model has been loaded. If I now go and hop into Query Sleuth, it uses that and says, great, you're in the Model Sleuth file, and these are the tables and queries that you actually have all set up. All right, awesome. Let me hit close. But what if I want to connect and look at a different workbook, but maybe I don't want to leave this one for some reason? Well, in the Connection Monkey, you can also connect to specific workbooks. And as long as the workbook's open, like this Measure Monkeys one here, I can click on that. It will load the data model. And now I can go to Query Sleuth and I can see what's in the Measure Monkeys workbook. So these are the queries that exist over there, and they're quite different than what was in the Model Sleuth file. I'm going to hit close, and there we go. So what other things can we connect to? Well, we can connect to the Active Workbook to reset it. We can connect to specific workbooks, obviously. We can connect to Power BI desktop files. And this will allow us to browse for a closed Power BI desktop file. And once we've connected, we could, again, go and use the Query Sleuth against the Power BI desktop file. We could also load a Monkey Tools backup. And the interesting thing about this is this connects to the backup and loads all that information into the Monkey Tools memory. It doesn't need to be recreated in the Excel workbook. We can still use Query Sleuth to go and analyze those queries and take a look at them. Obviously, we can't refresh them, but at the end of the day, if we just want to know what's in there, we can take a look. Now, the last one is about reloading current model. Now, what I want to show you about this one here is I'm going to go and reload the current model right now. This is possibly the command that you're going to end up needing, because while Monkey Tools tries to watch for changes in the workbook, there are certain changes that we cannot recognize as causing the workbook to become what we call dirty and be in need of a refresh. Things like you changing a connection-only Power Query, for example, doesn't necessarily flag an event for us to actually go and look at. So in this case, I've now reloaded the current data to make sure that I'm working with the most recent copy. If I go back to Query Sleuth, though, you'll notice that we're still in the Measure Monkeys file. Well, what if I want to get back to Model Sleuth? So in this case, what I would need to do is I'd need to go back to the Connection Monkey and choose to reconnect to the Active Workbook. That's going to reload the Active Workbook for me so that now when I go into Query Sleuth or any of the other Query Monkeys, you'll now see that this is now based on the Model Sleuth area. So the Connection Monkeys really serve two purposes. One, to connect to different data sources than we actually have in front of us at the moment. And the second one is, if for any reason things don't look like they're quite up to date, that is the area where you can go to reload the active model and make sure that you're working with the most up-to-date version of data for our monkeys to analyze. Thanks for watching this episode of Using Monkey Tools. To get your own monkey, visit our website at monkeytools.ca. Or if you subscribe to Skillwave's Self-Service Business Intelligence Academy, you'll get a free annual pro license included with your subscription. And remember, Monkey Tools was developed to support better Excel and Power BI solutions. If you want to learn how to really master these tools, you should definitely check out our full course catalog at skillwave.training.